Fortnite's been around for a while now, and to be honest, I haven't played the game in quite a while. But there is one reason I reinstalled it recently, and that is to play LEGO Fortnite. Now, for those of you unaware living under a rock, Fortnite has released a new game mode where you basically play as a LEGO version of their Fortnite engine. It's a survival open world type game, and I want to give you guys a review and my thoughts on the game today. Now, this is fully my opinion, and the game's also not completely finished, as the developers of Fortnite have stated, so there is definitely room for improvement, but here are my criticisms with the game today. Now, the game is very comparable to both Minecraft and Breath of the Wild, in the way that you can basically go around an open world like Breath of the Wild, and you have a stamina bar, glider, all these different things that reminisce towards Breath of the Wild. Now, mind you, there's not any temples or boss fights that you have to complete like Breath of the Wild, but there is a lot of similarities to items and mechanics and gameplay that just brings it a little too close to home for me. And obviously Minecraft, because Minecraft is a classic first-person building game. It also utilizes a lot of the same mobs that Minecraft does, like you'll see cows, chickens, sheep, but then on the other hand you'll also see skeletons and spiders. And I'm not saying they can't use them, those are just general mobs, but it is pretty close to what the Minecraft product is. To be fair though, they do add a lot of mobs that Minecraft has never seen, like wolves, these little roly-poly things, and then also the brutes. Now these guys are pretty interesting and they're pretty cool to fight against. They're a bit more of a challenge, so it does sort of give you a goal to head towards, but in my opinion I think they need to expand on more ideas like it. That being said, it uses both aspects of these games pretty well. Not super well, but for now, pretty well. The first thing I want to talk about though is the building. Now the building can be satisfying in the blueprint mode, where if you collect a certain amount of materials it'll tell you exactly how much you need and give you the outlines for how to build that house and or storage center. But if you want to go ahead and make your own creation, it's very hard to make something too big, because there's a very select few amount of items you can use to build with, and they're all a set number of pegs. So if you miss by one peg on a build and you have a whole mansion built but the roof is one peg apart from the other side, then you have a huge problem, because there is no one peg blocks in this game. The lowest it goes down to is 2. I've ran into this a couple times in my build, and it is quite infuriating when you've got a nice house up, but you go to realize that the walls just don't line up properly because, oh, look at that, somewhere in the build we messed up by one singular peg and now it's thrown us all off. That part of it is very annoying, but other than that, it's not too bad. What is nice about this game is that there are villagers that will help you do tasks and collect resources, but to be honest, the resources they collect are very minimal at best and not necessarily anything you'd really need ever. It's just the bare bones of the stuff until you get your village rank higher. I do like the idea because not a lot of first-person open world games have that feature implemented, so it was kind of nice to see that the villagers and residents did actually have some use to them. One thing I want to talk about though is the progression of the game. Now, the game progresses very slow. In Minecraft, you can get diamonds on the first day and basically speedrun your way to the finished product if you want. But with LEGO, if you've played it for the 50th time, you're still going to be going pretty much as quickly as you did the first time, because unless you have the resources, it's going to take quite a while to get everything you need together. The map does feel really empty as well. There's not too much to do. The most exciting parts of the game are the dungeons and the caves. And don't get me wrong, those are pretty fun, but I would like to see a little bit more in the map. This game is definitely way more fun to play with friends than alone. I mean, I couldn't even stomach like 2 hours of this game alone, but with friends I was up all night, right? So in that essence, it does make it a good multiplayer game, but it should be fun in both multiplayer and single player. I do hope that with the coming updates too, they will fix a lot of the bugs. I mean, if you make a flying machine right now, it's pretty buggy and there's a lot of flaws in the game. I do appreciate though that this is a free game mode, and I'm not gonna pretend like I wasted a whole bunch of money on this game and now I can't get it back, right? No, it was free, and I do appreciate Fortnite for making it. I do understand that they were trying to make it to keep their relevance, but at the same time, I do appreciate them putting this game together. They didn't have to. And for what it's worth, it's a decent game. Sure, it's got its flaws, and sure, it's missing a few things, but at the end of the day, a lot of games nowadays are. I mean, if you look at EA's track record, they've been pretty much releasing unreleased games for the past 5 years, and it's not getting any better as far as I'm concerned. So I am grateful for what I have, but I'd also like to see some improvement on the other hand. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.